Listen up, Vegas. Welcome to the Slaughterhouse. Perfect.
It's my birthday!
Time to party.
21 and having fun. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, Kelly's just made it.
Hey.
You're in.
Hi.
All right.
Kelly.
Hey,
Happy
Kelly.
birthday.
Thank you very much. It's only my birthday. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so it is my birthday. I decided I'd hang out with some of my best buddies in the world. Gazz, Articulated Chad, Space Commander, Adam, Sick Little Boy, Go Figure, Cranky, Birthday Dog Ralph, and Kelly, daughter Remus. And of course, my buddies in the chat. And we've got, already a happy birthday from Classified. Thank you. She's my chat champion. And we've got, a happy birthday from Gaz. Thank you, Gaz. Dale saying happy birthday. How are you, Dale? Good to see you. A happy birthday from Jim Largo. Hello, Jim. Good to see you, buddy. Blewz is in the house. Great oogly boogly. Love it. Yeah. Oh, crumbs. Jim brought a whole cake. Nice. We'll pass it around. Let's all have some fun. Woodman, 29. Happy birthday, Zaz. Happy accident getting all choked up. Yo. And Treasures for Triggers here. Hi, everyone. Zazel, Iran as fast as I could to make it to your party. Yeah, Iran is my team for soccer. I don't think they won, but I didn't look it up. Handsome Man, James. And am I missing out? Matthew Comstock. Yo. Good to see you, buddy. Weird, fantastic toy adventures. Happy birthday. Thank you very much. Cowabunga from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Raphael, specifically from 1988. G.I. Joe, The Lost Chronicles. Oh, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Carl saying happy birthday. Thanks, Carl. Appreciate it, buddy. Anthony Romo, another happy birthday. And I think I'm all caught up. Cheers, guys.
Nice.
So we'll throw this up in the link here. Oh, the GoFundMe is in effect. We are up at past the $2,000 mark. Classified to throw in the link. I've also pinned the link in the comments as well if anyone does feel generous. Everyone's already been generous already. Darth G, hello from Missouri. Hello, buddy. Good to see you, bud. And a happy birthday. Thanks, mate. Thanks. All right. Congrats to Wales for tying the USA today. There you go. I had no idea. But yes, I thought it'd be a great way to spend the day. Took the day off work because why would you? And decided to hang out with you fine folks and ladies.
And dogs.
And dogs.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, you old geezer. Just oh, look at our total. 2,100. Oh, the Island of Misfit Toys. Ryan's here.
All right.
How are you, mate?
Right.
Good. Happy birthday, buddy.
Oh, thanks, mate. Ryan, we are in contention to be the best beards on YouTube, and I think at the moment you're in the lead.
I was going to say, Ryan's beard's looking quite like Zazely today.
Yeah, very good.
Rob Vegas, the legend himself, is in the house. If you ever come back on my show, I promise never to try and encode and upload videos while you're on. Okay, fair enough. we had a interesting night the other night. I hung around on Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures, and we had echoes, we had technical difficulties, but man, it was a laugh. It was a laugh riot.
Very specific promise there.
Right. He can't promise anything else, but he promises he won't do that.
Right.
We've got Jeff saying good evening and happy birthday. Thanks, mate. And I thought check this out. Carl says he met Sergeant Slaughter at Comic-Con in Rhode Island in 2022. Lifelong dream fulfilled. I hope to do the same thing, mate.
Awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. Speaking of awesome, I woke up this morning. I was like, I wonder if I can send out a tweet this morning and get Sarge to give me back a Yo Joe. So I wrote out, I put this picture, got this picture ready that said happy birthday. And I put in the caption, it's my birthday. Can I get a Yo Joe, Sergeant Slaughter? And then I sent it. And then I noticed in my alerts, it said that Sarge had already tweeted my birthday. I was like, oh, I'm going to go back and delete that tweet. And then comment back and say thanks. So that was pretty cool. It's nice to wake up to a happy birthday from the Sarge. Told you, 100% best friends, me and Sarge.
You said 99.
He said 99, but then he
He
goes
said
and pulls the
99.
happy birthday. So
He messaged him before. That means he's 100%.
Yeah.
it's the way it's my birthday and I can be delusional if I want to. Don't ruin this for me.
Just trying to keep you grounded, buddy.
That's right. Who
You're
else?
a marauder.
Who else can say that? Just Sarge. I think Classified's going to throw some. You know what I think would be fun, Classified. I'm going to give you a job to do. Maybe throw in some trivia questions in the chat as we go, and we'll see if we can answer a few fun facts. Here's a fun fact.
Fun.
Did you know that the action figure for Hawk version 2 with the flight suit isn't known as General Hawk? It's just Hawk. I've been calling that figure General Hawk this whole time.
Ruining all of your G.I. Joe credibility right now.
Just started off early.
Does he have any like little stars like on him? Doesn't he have like a star on?
Well,
Like,
he is a general, and that action figure is a general. But I thought that in the card it said General Hawk, but it's just Hawk. Prove me wrong, people. Prove me wrong. Thank you, Pericles Dragon Ball Z. Am I saying Pericles right? I know I was saying Dragon Balls before. I always just imagined that the Z would be a little bigger if it was Dragon Ball Z, but Kelly corrected me on that one, and I haven't gone back since. Birthday message makes it 100%. That's what I thought too. So Carl says that the Sarge's Cobra Clutch is the best. He should be the WWE commissioner again. I would like to see him have some kind of return. I know he makes a few appearances here and there. Toy Domination. Hey-o. Smash that like button. Thanks, champ. I appreciate that. Version 3 Hawk, I believe, does say General Hawk on it. But version 2 of Hawk is just Hawk.
I'm looking
But
at
I could be wrong.
Right now. No, I'm looking at the card right now. It just says code name Hawk, G.I. Joe Commander.
But am I the only one who thought it was General Hawk, basically, because of the cartoon, though?
I always called him General Hawk, yeah.
Yeah, he was just always General
they
Hawk.
just
Yeah,
always
but my
refer to him
first
as
Hawk was
General.
version 3 Hawk, so I just assumed it was always,
Well, version 3 Hawk is the flight suit Hawk, isn't it? Quiet, it's my turn on camera. You got your turn the other day.
correct.
No, but I need to correct. No. These are my friends now. Can I just say one thing, Ralph? Where you're such a know-it-all. Said something about version 3, version 1. I don't know. I don't understand what he says. Whatever. Just keep talking.
I like that we went from Zazel's birthday celebration to a debate whether it was like our Sarge and Zazel best friends. And now we're like morphed into like Ken's audition tape for the Muppet Show.
You hear that?
Who didn't like a puppet show on their birthday?
That's some Canadian on Canadian crime right there.
So,
Hey, you want to see my new chew toy?
oh God, no!
Like
Oh,
it's
please
freaking
don't.
awesome. It's
I was confused
freaking
for a
awesome.
second there.
like it's like right there. You see it?
You know, the fact that you have Mindbender like that in your mouth just really makes me not want that figure now. Thanks.
Rolf is a
Appreciate
mind
that.
bender. All right, so
You're welcome.
it says, it's pronounced Pericles, rhymes with Heracles, whom Sarge was confused with in G.I. Joe and the Golden Fleece. True. He went by the name, he was confused when he went back in time as the legendary Heracles. I would say that Sarge's Order is more legendary than Heracles / Hercules. Oh, we got a quiz question.
Oh.
Highest grossing film of 1980. Good question.
Well, it wasn't Megaforce.
Should have been Megaforce. 1980.
Well, that was 82.
If I was in the chat right now, I'd give you my top 5 grossing films of 1980.
And that'll
Not
be
Empire
from the year
Strikes Back.
2002.
1980.
Steel Magnolias 5 times.
Was what 1980, Kelly?
E.T. Was
No, that was 82, I think.
1980. Was it 82? No.
Flash Gordon. Flash Gordon.
1980.
Yeah, Flash Gordon.
We're going with Flash.
Maybe it was
Would have been
1979 for ET.
Flash Gordon came out right at the end of the year, so wouldn't have had a chance to gross that much.
Damn
I
it.
know because I love it so much.
Well, we're
Do you
getting
have
Empire
the
Strikes Back.
Alex Ross painted cover DVD?
What was 1980?
Oh yeah, my
Did
missus
Empire?
got it for me for last Christmas.
Yeah, I got it
Empire
from
came out
last year too.
Was Empire Strikes Back 1980?
Yeah.
I believe it was
77, 80, 83. Yeah.
I believe it was a tie between Airplane and Caddyshack.
Airplane.
Yeah.
Airplane.
Surely
I
you
love
must
that
be
movie.
joking.
Was it
Mad
Empire?
Max.
I'm not joking.
Strange
Don't call me
Brew.
Shirley.
Don't call me Shirley.
Thank you, Kelly.
There was 2 years of high school where every day at lunch we go to the music room and just watch Airplane.
That movie's just
Every day.
awesome, man. I'm sorry.
It was incredible.
They made a sequel to that, right?
Yes.
There was a sequel.
Yes, Airplane
William
2.
Shatner's in
The
it.
sequel.
Airplane too.
It was
William
Empire, and then
Shatner.
it was 9 to 5, and then Stir Crazy.
9
9
to
to
5.
5? Dolly Parton?
Yeah. Jane
Yeah.
Fonda, Lily Tomlin.
And then Kramer versus Kramer. Yeah.
Oh, what was that? What was
All
that
right,
guy's name?
Empire Strikes Back.
Who
There
was
we
it?
are.
Oh my god, what was the name of that guy
Empire.
that was in it?
I like that Chad is just straight up Googling.
Might as well Google it.
I gotta fact check that shit. Yeah.
Wait, Airplane? Airplane was the highest grossing film of 1980.
No.
I believe
No.
it was
Empire
Oh,
Strikes Back.
okay. I was like,
Empire
what?
Strikes Back.
Just
Yeah.
in my fiction.
Oh, it was
glorious
Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, you're right.
Before they ruined.
Here
220
here
million.
it was. Here it was.
That was
Steve.
before they ruined it.
Yeah. Hey, we got a happy birthday, Zazel. Yo, Joe from Facebook user. If you're on Facebook, either give them permission to use your name, or if you don't want to do that, which is fine, just let me know who you are. I can't see it.
I think
The answer is Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back. If someone just said Empire Strikes Back, they're wrong. It's Star Wars: The Empire.
Sorry,
Strikes
Matthew
Back.
Comstock.
Yeah,
The Star Wars. Yeah. But
You know
then it was
why?
just The Empire Strikes Back. Come on. Right.
I'm only
Come on,
21. That's right.
Is that the highest grossing out of all three of them?
I reckon Empire probably. Okay,
It
Classified.
has-
Look up the gross for Star Wars: A New Hope, as it was later known. Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, and tell us which one earned the most.
I love that. Zazel's
But are
kinda
we
like
only
Thor
talking
right now.
77, 80, and
Classified.
83?
Yeah, just the original three.
Yeah, the era
Sorry,
before
Adam.
they ruined it.
No, it's good. You're just like Classified. Crunch some numbers. Get us the data. We need to know.
Yeah, we need to know.
Because I'm thinking it is because you know why? Because Boba Fett was in it.
Well, Boba Fett was in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, but Boba Fett was more prominent in this one. He was a badass in this one.
According to
He didn't
Gazz,
just
Was
get
he
eaten
though?
in the Sarlacc
Was he
pit.
though, Gaz? What did he do?
He didn't have to
Kramer
do
versus
anything. He
Kramer.
just looks cool.
He's no
he
good
never
to me,
did
Dad.
anything. He
Any
never did anything.
he stood up to Vader.
Yeah, he got
So,
knocked
does
into the
anyone know if this is
Sarlacc, and he
factual?
missed Luke.
No, that
every
was
time
in
he shot
Jedi.
at
We're
him.
talking about Empire. not
And he
Jedi.
missed Luke in Empire too.
Oh,
He
you
had
know
the
what I
jump
want
on
to
him and
know?
he missed him.
He was
In all
setting him up for
seriousness,
Vader, man.
Han
He was
Solo
setting him up
goes
for
Speaking
into
of debates.
Carbonite. Hang on.
Boba
Han
Fett
Solo goes
sucks.
into Carbonite, fully.
No, he doesn't. Take it
Locked up.
back.
Gad, listen up, buddy.
Let's
Listen
Zazel.
and they never
Hang on a minute.
streamed
Give me a
together
second.
again.
I've got a serious Empire Strikes Back question. Okay, Han Solo gets frozen in carbonite. He's wearing arm braces like shackles, right? Then he's defrosted. Shackles are gone. Where are the
Right.
shackles?
The
Where are
carbonate
the shackles?
disintegrates them.
They
Yeah.
disintegrated in the carbonite.
Yeah.
But he keeps his belt buckle. Come on.
His
Well,
belt
the
buckle
buckle was made out of a
from
different material, high grade
material.
plastic.
100%.
All right, sorry, you rung the bell, Space Commander. I was getting heated.
So I was trying to regain order for you.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Yeah,
Oh,
Gaz.
Can I do a quick shout out?
Sure,
Shout
of
out.
course.
I want to shout out Matthew Comstock, dude. Thank you for TF Outback. Appreciate it, man. And the nice letter. Thank you very much.
Oh, and he's got that awesome blog that you should go check out too. I remember the
Yes.
words blog.
Joe Restored.
Joe Restored. Yeah, check it out one time, won't you? Check it out 2 times even. Check it out. Just keep checking it out. So the Empire Strikes Back was only 1.93 billion. Is that all?
Only.
Wait a minute. If Empire Strikes Back was 1.93 billion
But
and
that's
Return of the
total.
Jedi is the most at 1.4 billion,
No.
doesn't 1.9 trump 1.4?
Yes.
Is it in
I'd go back and
dollars or
crunch-
dollar
That's,
reviews?
that's not in 77, 80, and 83. That's totals. That's
Oh,
with
don't-
special editions.
The
I didn't
Last Jedi. Get
specify
out of here.
the year. I said which made the most. Empire. Thank you.
Trick question.
Boba Fett.
we will never
I'll answer
know.
it this way.
There's no way to tell.
Lucas made the most money out of all of them, so he's the winner.
We're not talking about George. We're talking about the movies.
Gazz is not fooling around today.
He's in a fighting mood.
I love you, Ryan.
There's something
Okay.
going on here. I'm not quite sure what it is. Oh, it's Beskar.
I remember that.
Beskar belt buckle. Okay, that makes sense.
What was the total gross of Megaforce, Gazz? Just give me some crunch numbers real quick.
It was. I think I want to say about like maybe 11, 12 million. It costs like 20 something million to make.
That movie cost $20 million to make.
Hey,
But
they had
it's
to
so
build a
good.
vehicle.
Now
Yeah.
hold up.
It ain't Megaforce's fault that like what was it? Blade Runner, Indy, and a
Yeah,
couple
a lot
other
of stuff.
poltergeists came out at the same time.
Oh,
If
man,
those movies hadn't come out, man, it wouldn't be the slaughter. Well, maybe it would be the Slaughterhouse. Sergeant Slaughter would have been in it. It would have been G.I. Joe. It would
we
have been him
needed
and Ace
a
Hunter.
It's not Megaforce's fault T-shirt.
Yes, thank you.
Ah, right. Yes, do that. It's not mega. Yeah, done. What is your favorite in the trilogy, Birthday Boy? I think out of the ones that I've watched more often, it'd be the original Star Wars, later to be known as The New Hope. There's just something about that cantina scene that I just love. There was a point where all I was collecting was Star Wars cantina aliens just to build up a diorama. And my favorite scene, love it, the introduction of Han Solo and Chewbacca. You've got Luke, the farm boy, and Ben Kenobi, as we would later find out, is Obi-Wan Kenobi. But yeah, I don't know. Like, Empire is obviously the better film, but there's something just mystical about A New Hope that's a little bit more, a bit more of an adventure, a bit more of a sci-fi adventure. Han shot first. Yep. Sure did. Happy birthday from JLS Comics. Thanks, mate. I appreciate that. That's a great channel too. There's at least like once a month I'll go back and check out their Sergeant Slaughter videos that they did over there. But they do
A lot of information on that channel.
Yeah. Definitely check them out. Thank you, Pains.
Oh, Pains is
Appreciate
here.
it, mate. Yeah. A lot of legends in the chat today. I appreciate it. So I thought, for a bit of fun, now that we can't trust classifieds, here we go. 20 million to make Megaforce. There you go. I'm just a little bit confused about how Jedi made the most at 1.4, but Empire was only 1.9. Something.
Unless that's a typo in there.
Be a typo.
Like it might be 1.94. No, 1.4. I don't know.
1.94.
Can we clarification, please?
What was Jedi 1.4? It's still more.
I'll Google
I've
it.
got no issues with the Ewoks either, by the way. I like the Ewoks.
I love
Did I
the
ever
robot.
see myself as Luke?
Maybe they're leap
What's that?
year billions.
They were supposed to be
Leap year million.
Wookiees,
They
right?
were.
Right, yeah.
They were
Right?
originally
Do it all
Wookiees.
for
Yeah.
the
They're
What's
also
that, Kelly?
Wookiees.
I don't know. I'm just
Okay.
I said we did it all for the Wookiee instead of the Wookiee.
I get it.
Oh wow!
Oh, another
You are
T-shirt.
funny.
He did it all for the Wookiee, rolling like a taco.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of rolling like a taco, we're going to be doing a live stream on Kelly's channel soon. I believe. Let me just check the date. I'll reaffirm the dates with Kelly so I don't get it wrong.
December 2nd.
We're going to
December 2nd.
December 2nd. So very soon. We're going to be talking about. Why don't you talk about it, Kelly? Why am I talking for you? Go. Bam.
Oh, well, me and part of my Spartan team are going to tell you all about the Beast that we just completed on Saturday. And Cambry and I, in completing the Beast, we completed the trifecta.
Rad.
So
Congratulations, man! You're a badass.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I can barely walk today.
You're not supposed to tell us that.
I
Yeah.
my ankle, but that's okay.
Oh, ouch.
We're gonna
Well,
get
you're
it
smiling
checked
through all the
tomorrow.
photos that I saw.
Yeah.
Huh?
You were smiling through all the photos I saw.
Yes. Well, I think
You're
I'm-
very aware of where a camera is.
Yes. Well, the monkey bars, I was not smiling.
Mm.
I was like, in all the pictures.
It still counts. Dropping some Limp Bizkit. Yeah. Congrats. You're getting a congratulations here from Phil.
Thank you.
Phil's, I believe, probably at work. Say hi to the kids for us, Phil. He's a teacher in Japan.
And he's not sleeping much with the World Cup on right now. And neither is Gazz, for that matter.
Oh, man. I've been watching it all day.
Who's out of contention already from the...
Well, Iran got spanked. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It was like 6-2.
Against England, right? So Space Man, you got to be happy about that, even though that's not your team.
Ecuador beat...
Is there some sporting event happening?
England kicks them.
It is odd. I've never cared about sports before, but I have to now because I'm in this the sweepstakes. I'm trying very hard, but I just don't think I have time in my busy schedule to care about sports.
Hold on a second, Adam. Where are you from again?
Yeah, Canada. I know I'm supposed to love hockey, but I just don't.
Yeah, I don't follow sports either, so I'm waiting for Phil to give me the highlights so that I know who's still in the running. I didn't even know I was knocked out. So I'm out of the game, but Phil went live.
Yet. There's still like 2 more games.
There's still 3 more games yet. I might not be out. See, I don't know. But Phil went live and did this excellent team up with his daughter. Yep. She knocked over a display, but that's fine. We don't judge the kids for that. It was mind-blowing to see live. But he drew all the names and teams out of the hat. And what irks me is that some people that came in last minute started getting all the good teams.
Yeah, right.
Unbelievable. Luck of the draw. And then it got down to the last 2, I believe, was between me and Phil. It were the last 2 names to be drawn. And then
the last person got Qatar, didn't they?
And then they didn't do so well either, right?
Oh no.
Space Commander got Germany. Did you know that? Did you get told yet, Space Commander?
You messaged me the other day, so thanks for including me, Phil.
There you go. There you go. Some props to you, Kelly.
Like that.
What was that, Ryan? I couldn't hear you, bud.
I think I got the country and they got a DeVita or something like that. So I'm good.
That's Iran butterfly.
You could literally say anything right now, and I'd be like, "Oh, cool, soccer, nice, football."
Oh man,
AFL is pretty cool. I don't follow any sports. Oh, guess what I'm doing tonight? Guess what I'm doing tonight, kids?
Getting drunk.
Possibly, hopefully. Yes, I've got tomorrow off as well in case I've got a hangover. But tonight, for my birthday specifically, I imagine tonight playing live, Guns N' Roses.
What?
Oh, fantastic!
Really?
Oh yeah,
man.
There's going to be Flash and Duff, and I suppose Axel will be there too. So yeah, it's going to be hopefully a good show.
He might turn up.
He might. No. It's going to be a late one, I'm sure. He's notorious for showing up late, and sometimes not at all.
There should be some video of you singing drunk.
There is on the internet actually, but I won't tell you how to find it.
We got to do a roundtable of everyone's favorite GNR song. Oh, right. I'd be interested in hearing everybody's GNR song. Start with the birthday boy.
Well, my favorite album is probably what do they call it? Lies. Lies album.
The Lies.
GNR Lies. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that album. Because it starts off like sounding like a live concert, but it wasn't live at all. They just added that effect into it. So it's hard to pick just one, but I guess the one that I do karaoke the most is "You Could Be Mine" from the Terminator 2 soundtrack. Great song.
Good song.
It's good.
Lies is the album I probably listen to the most. Next, Gazz.
For me? I guess I could go obscure. I mean, I could say like "Sweet Child of Mine." That'd be the obvious one, right? I guess I go with Coma. I like Coma.
Yes,
long song. Yeah, I like that.
Hell long song. In high school, I did a video cutting in all the Nightmare on Elm Street episodes, just clips of every Nightmare on Elm Street episode, and had to the music of Coma. So I thought that was pretty. It was for an art project or something. But yeah, good song, great song. Chad, what have you got for your favorite Guns N' Roses song?
Night Train.
Ah, that is a good one.
Night Train's a killer track.
Yeah, there you go. That's
yeah.
Always Night Train.
Kelly, have you got a favorite Guns N' Roses song?
I'm gonna be cheesy and say November Rain.
Ooh, yeah. That was my other pick. Yeah.
Yeah, but when that solo hits, it hits.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
The guitar solo, oh beautiful, and the video as well.
The video slash in front of the church.
That thing comes on in the car, man. I'm blasting that song out, man.
Happy birthday to Roy. It's your birthday too. Nice.
Hey, happy birthday, Roy.
Nice. Happy birthday.
Roy, happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday, mate. Thank you. Thanks for dropping in. Mr. Brownstone is a great song.
Yeah, that's good too.
Space Commander, Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, Mr. Brownstone as well.
Is it? Nice.
When you're a little kid and you first encounter the 12-letter word, that's quite mind-blowing.
You want to elaborate?
It begins with M.
Oh.
Oh, Cup's here to get me. Not on my birthday.
Having too much fun.
Happy birthday, Roy, from Nolan. You're
Happy birthday,
welcome.
Roy.
Happy birthday, Roy. Adam, sick
Yeah.
little boy. Sick little Adam. Poor little Adam.
I'm gonna go like full guitar nerd, and off of the spaghetti incident, their cover of Hair of the Dog is like raunchy and fantastic.
It is actually pretty good. I think Spaghetti Incident. Spaghetti Incident used to be my least favorite, and then Chinese Democracy came out, and I was like, goodbye. But Get in the Ring, that's also a really great song, right? From the Spaghetti Incident.
Absolutely.
Ryan, what have you got, my friend?
It's Mr. Brownstone for me too.
It is? Yeah.
Yep.
That is a great song. And Ken.
Well, I just kind of wish Adam was in the chat right now, because then he'd be like, top 5 GNR songs. Smells Like Teen Spirit. Hit Me Baby One More Time. Random Kanye West song.
Yeah.
That's my favorite bit I've ever done.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my Daft Punk.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm surprised anybody mentioned anything from the Spaghetti Incident, to be perfectly honest with you, because I was going to be like, are we allowed to talk about that album on here? But
it's not as bad as they. It's okay.
No, it didn't age as badly. I think people just had an expectation back then. But to answer your question, I got to go with November Rain as well. But if it's already taken, I don't know. I like Patience as well.
Yeah, Patience is a great song.
Yeah.
Oh, have you heard the Chris Cornell version of Patience?
Hey, G-Force Racing 20. Good to see you, buddy. Have I heard the what, sorry?
The Chris Cornell. Patience?
I don't think so.
No.
Absolute heartbreaker.
Because it's that bad or is that good?
No, it's that good.
Whoa, we got help. We got help.
Look, Ziesel. Look what she brought you.
It's a stick. 2 good old sticks. Oh my God, you would be living the dream in the Northern Territory with those 2 amazing sticks. But thank you very much, Cobra Commander. I sincerely appreciate it. Am I saying it correctly?
Yes, I think you are.
Yeah,
yep.
Commander. Because she's an
I was
infantry
saying all sorts
officer,
of nice stuff, but it just seems irrelevant now. But thanks for joining. Thank you for showing us your sticks. A stick collection was the most fun I was able to have in the outback. If you had a good stick, then you were top tier. Yeah, you never walk past a good stick.
Look at those sticks. Those are good sticks.
Yeah. Those are some good ones.
My kids in their childhood held to that theory, because whenever they found a good stick out in the wild, they would just like bring it home, put it in the porch. And by the end of the summer, we'd have like 32 sticks in the porch because they were all like really good sticks we couldn't get rid of. Very, very important sticks.
Once you've got a good stick, you never get rid of it.
No.
Now, I was going to say, first of all, Matthew Comstock, I was going to say 1 in a Million. I used to love this song, 1 in a Million. Used to love it. But then I was living with my younger brother for a few months in between moving, and he got drunk every single night and played this song on repeat. Over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And all of a sudden, 1 in a Million became fucking a trillion in a trillion. It was just, it's difficult to listen to now. The cover of Live and Let Die. I mean, which one's better? The original version by
McCartney?
Is it Wings as well? Or
Wings,
just Paul McCartney?
Yeah, Wings.
For the James Bond, right?
Yeah.
Sympathy for the Devil. Also, I think Sympathy for the Devil was the last song that they did before they broke up, if memory serves. That's a trivia question for Classified to go and check that out for me. You got to check my bullshittery and make sure I'm not just full of it.
Rhyming off rock and roll facts over here. They're just making them up.
Just making them up, yeah. Best rock and roll.
It's his birthday.
album.
He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah,
that's right.
When you were saying that Axl Rose is like famous for going late, like showing up late, this is not even the same caliber. But it was like 6 years ago in Toronto. There was a Justin Bieber concert, so like every preteen girl in the world was there, and he showed up so late and then went on late that by the time the concert was gone, all the like public transit had shut down.
Oh no!
So there was like legions of preteen girls just like stranded in Toronto. They couldn't get home.
Wow. Isn't there an incident in Canada where Axl Rose refused to go on? And it caused like a riot.
Yeah, that was the one where they toured with Metallica.
Yeah.
Metallica went on before them, which I'm sitting there going, of course Axl has to go on last.
That isn't the one where he burnt
fire.
himself.
That's a fair way to walk away from a concert. If you caught fire.
Yes, that was the one where James Hetfield got hit with a pyro because they changed the arrangement of the pyrotechnics there in Montreal. And so he had to get, Lars goes on stage and basically says, I'm sorry, we'll come back and play a free set later on, but James has some second-degree burns. That's why there's footage out there of like James singing and it's just him on the mic and they've got one of their roadies playing the rhythm guitar. Anyway, I digress. That same night, Axl like flips off the crowd and leaves, right? And then they riot, because imagine you're going to go there in the early 90s to see Guns N' Roses and Metallica on the same night. It's a double header. Like it's an A-list double header, right? And this is right after the Black Album and the Illusion twin albums, right? So they're at their peak, right?
Yeah. Well, and you also had Faith No More opening for them. So
Faith No More was the opening act. That's right.
Imagine Faith No More being the opening act to those.
What an
opening act.
I saw Faith No More with Billy Idol, and they ran over Billy Idol. They destroyed him.
I saw Faith No More with that band Helmet.
Nice.
Yeah, that was an insane concert. I'm just telling you.
But when I was on that tour for the Faith No More, Metallica, and Guns N' Roses, and that concert ruined Guns N' Roses for me. I hated them from that point forward. Axl Rose is the biggest poser.
He's an asshole.
Yeah, there's issues.
Enjoy your birthdays, Hazel.
Yeah.
And Metallica won me over that night because they're amazing.
Well, Metallica are professionals, right? They took some flack over the Napster incidents of the past, but they care about their audience, like legitimately, right? Like if James wanted to stop that tour,
Lars has his issues, dude.
He has his issues on Napster and all that stuff.
Drumming is one of them.
I put Lars up there with like Gene Simmons and Axl Rose. He's yeah.
If we're gonna talk Lars and we're gonna talk Metallica, can we talk that the snare sound on Saint Anger was a conscious choice? Like he chose to pick that as the snare sound.
So bad.
And it just sounds like hitting a trash can.
I can't do it. I was actually a big fan of Load and Reload. I don't care what you guys say, but
Load has good songs. Reload, I'm okay with, but some of the best Load songs can hold up with the rest of them.
Yeah, I saw Metallica live on their Garage Incorporated tour, and every town they went to, they would hire like a different Metallica cover band to open up for them and play the Metallica song.
Oh, that's brilliant!
That's
so
cool.
good.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
Ooh, so I think Matthew Comstock says.
Yeah. He asked a good question in there. Mustaine? What about Dave Mustaine?
Hell yeah, Dave Mustaine.
I was just about to say, unpopular opinion, my favorite Metallica band member is Dave Mustaine.
Jason Newsted. There you go.
I like Jason's energy on stage, but like Mustaine, are the vocals an acquired taste? Because I like Megadeth songs. I just find his vocals subpar.
Metallica are also asking this question, but they're doing it in a completely different tone. What about Dave Mustaine? So, Master of Puppets, great album.
Do
we know the top song of the 1980? I do know that the first #1 hit in 1980 was by don't tell me, it's called "Please Don't Go" by the Sunshine Band. Yeah. Now look that up because I could be wrong, but I'm almost certain the first #1 hit of the 1980s was that song.
#1 hit of 1980. 9 to
The
5
first
by
one.
Dolly Parton because of that movie.
Working 9 to 5, which is the number 2 movie. There you go.
Woohoo!
No.
If you keep singing that good, I'm going to get copyright struck.
It's not 10 seconds. You're fine.
What else came in? What else came out in?
Yeah.
1980?
Yeah.
Look it up.
Anyway.
So imagine if Guns N' Roses went out that night and did a kick-ass show for the fans. He would have come across as an absolute legend after that, the hero that saved that tour. But instead, he decided to kick up his heels and get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah, he can't get out of his own way.
So I went and saw Guns N' Roses a few years back with my brother, but it was just the Axl show and wasn't the other guys with him.
Right.
The opening act was Korn. And there were plenty of people that showed up just for Korn. And when Korn were done, the piles and piles of people just left. They didn't even worry about sticking around for Gunners.
Okay, so the number 1 song of 1980 was Blondie's "Call Me."
Really?
Yeah.
Not surprised. Not surprised. That's actually that's a banger.
Number 2
Mate,
was
that's not the answer I have. Well, I'm just saying that's the first number 1 hit of 1980. If that's yeah, who knows? Yeah, I doubt you too.
Classified's getting facts, but we're not sure where from.
They're the wrong facts. They're not measuring up to my facts.
Yeah.
Hans has never slipped in quietly ever. This is a surprise. But
He usually
hey,
does the "Don't panic, everyone can relax. I'm here now."
kicks the door in.
Kicks door, yeah.
Call Me
Banging
by
pots.
Blondie was the number 1 hit of 1980 for the whole year. I'm just trying to figure out
It's
what was
just,
the
I looked
first
it up.
number
Number 1
hit.
songs, the Billboard Top 40 songs of 1980, and it has Blondie "Call Me" as number 1. Pink Floyd, "Another Brick in the Wall."
Yes.
Oh,
Part
great
2.
Good song.
Number 3 was Olivia Newton-John, "Magic," whenever you're away from me. I think
So
that was that movie,
nothing from the Back in Black album, mate, because I'm pretty sure that was 1980.
Back in Black.
Back in Black was not 1980.
Hold on.
Wasn't
Hold
it?
on.
Wasn't it?
3, 4,
No.
Captain Tennille, Queen.
What high voltage? High voltage was
Ooh.
76.
Number
Yeah.
8. Number 8 was Lips Incorporated with Funky Town.
Yeah, but Ken, you got to think this is Billboard. So
Yeah, I know.
When
Back in
when did
Black
that
came
song
out
come
way
out?
later than 1980.
Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
man.
I'm going to look it up.
You're
because
thinking Razor's Edge, maybe.
Am I?
Back
What
in
about
Black was the first
Heartlight
record
by
with
Neil
Brian
Diamond,
Johnson.
though, right? The
I
Yes,
think you
correct.
don't
What
really
year was that,
allow, like-
Space Commander?
1980. Sorry, mate.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Question Ken on facts. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Back in Black, AC/DC did not make the top 40.
I did
Okay.
not know that was 1980. For some reason, I thought that was a lot later, like 85 or something, but yeah. What do I know? It's just Australian rock. Don't worry
in
about it. I don't
1980,
know.
how radio friendly was AC/DC, right? Like on just like the mass radio.
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, they were here.
Yeah.
but with Billboard,
I didn't hear
they-
them until 1985,
Hey,
apparently. But
Styx was at 20 with Babe.
what was the band that? What was the guy that came in? I can't remember his name. The one that they kicked out of Metallica.
Dave Mustaine.
No,
And Jason Newsted.
Jason Newsted later.
Jason Newsted. What was the band that Jason went on to make?
Echo Brain.
Echo Brain,
Sorry?
and Echo Brain, and he was
Echo Brain.
Flotsam and Jetsam before that as well, I think.
Oh, okay.
We used to call them Flossum and Brush'em.
Yeah. I didn't realize Newsted was kicked out. I thought he left on his own accord, but whatever.
That's a good question.
He did
So here's the
leave.
question for you, Zays,
Yeah, mate.
for the room. What's the hands down best concert you've ever been to?
Phil Collins, 2019. Happy birthday, Zays. Never give up and stay till the fight's won. Thanks, mate. And I'll tell you why. I went to 2 Phil Collins concerts. The first one, I was front row and just looking up in awe. And that was a great concert. But my favorite concert was the second one where I went to see Phil Collins with my dad. And me and Dad got to watch Phil Collins for the second time. We're a little bit further back than front row, but still a better concert because I had my dad there hanging out. Phil Collins, very recently.
I wish I got to see Phil Collins.
If I could get Phil Collins and Sergeant Slaughter in the same room, mate, pick me up. not those two, hold me or anything, but because I will fainted. The Police Reunion Tour 2007. Don't sleep on Phil Collins. Well, it's too late now. He's not touring anymore. I was hoping that Genesis would have come here. when they were touring, but no. Mike and the Mechanics, though, they might show up. Mike Rutherford was from Genesis, and he went on to do Mike and the Mechanics. The only band that I'm familiar with that has the name of the guitarist as the band, and not the guy that sung, whoever that is. No idea. GoFundMe is in effect. Thank you, Classified. If anyone feels like they want to drop a few bucks, there's the link. Best concert. Gazz, what was your best concert? Megaforce the musical.
If there was, yeah, that would be awesome.
I would go see that.
I think honestly, I mean, I've seen like live. I've seen Metallica. I've seen Faith No More. But I think the one that I had most fun at was Huey Lewis.
Oh, yes.
At the Hampton Beach Casino. Very
the
small
News,
venue. No, just Huey Lewis. And I think there was a couple of members of the News with him. But man, I belted out like every song he sang.
The sports page.
That was great.
Nice. Articulated Chad, I imagine every concert that you're in is the best one.
No, my shows are all work. It would probably be a three-way tie. So I'm like an old school punk rocker. So it would be a three-way tie between the Cult and Metallica at Madison Square Gardens.
Nice.
Or Circle Jerks in 7 seconds. I saw them at a little club in Melbourne, Florida.
Wait, it only took 7 seconds, or is that two different bands?
Come on, that's two different bands.
Okay, I'm just trying to clarify.
I didn't say Circle Jerk in 7 seconds.
Quite the billboard.
Anywho,
right? Moving on.
Or the Ramones.
Oh, they'd be good too.
Yeah, they're so good. The original lineup too.
Nice. Kelly, yours would be a little bit left field, right? You actually went to a concert not long ago. You went to see Rage Against the Machine.
I did.
And
that
Stick
was
Figure.
an awesome concert. And it was awesome, even though Zach had done something to his foot, so he was sitting the whole time. But he still like was rocking it, and that was awesome. Does a festival count? Can I say?
Yeah, of course.
The Cali Reggae or the Cali Vibes festival I went to was pretty awesome. But I will say, like, Little Kelly would say New Kids on the Block.
Right. Yes. Step by step. Nice. Actually, I got to see Metallica as well. I saw Metallica at a music festival that also had God, why do I always forget who they are? In the end, it doesn't even matter.
Linkin Park.
Linkin Park were there. There was also Sum 41. There was also the other one that's not Sum 41.
Look what I do.
Confused.
Limp Bizkit.
Yeah. Let's get those confused. Mastodon were playing. Duff McKagan was there. Who things pretty fly for a white guy because they were there. Offspring. They were there. I forget every time we go live. I forget things, but I come up with my own trivia questions. Rage Against the Machine. Space Commander. What was your favorite? Did we get? We haven't got to you yet, right?
It's difficult to pick one because I've been very fortunate with my gig going over the years.
You can catch all of them from space, I imagine, very easily.
Pick them up on the solar winds. But, I saw Van Halen in 1993.
Nice.
And,
Right Now tour?
It was earlier. Yeah, it was the tour of the. It wasn't the From Awful Cardinal Knowledge tour. It was the tour of the live album that came out from that tour. So yeah, it was live right here right now. I saw him again in '95, and on that day there was loads of bands on. We didn't realize how many bands were going to be on, but there were loads of bands all throughout the day. So I saw him at Wembley twice. It was fantastic. We saw AC/DC on the Ball Breaker tour, and
that would have been cool.
That was incredible because the set on the stage was all like tall buildings on the stage, and suddenly out of the rafters up above us, this huge wrecking ball swung down and knocked all the buildings over. And then the music started, and the band members came walking out of the rubble.
That's so cool!
Crazy.
I hope they were all right.
Yeah.
Just real quick, we've got a super chat from Classified saying, "Happy birthday, Sarge's bestie." It's catching on. It's catching on. Thank you very much, Classified. I appreciate it. Much appreciated. Thank you. Go on. Sorry.
I'll try and do a couple more quick ones.
That's all right. Take your time.
The original lineup of Kiss at Donington Monsters of Rock in 1996, and that was fantastic because I never ever thought I would get to see the original lineup of Kiss, and I had noticed during the day that like when Sepultura came on, for example, everyone with a Sepultura t-shirt would kind of funnel through the crowd and get to the barriers, and everyone who had seen the previous band would sort of filter back. So I had noticed this happening during the day. And so when the band before Kiss were on, I started to make my way down to the front because I wanted to get a good spot. So I ended up getting right in front of Ace Frehley, the lead guitarist. And I was like right by Ace throughout the whole show. It was absolutely fantastic. And that was like 20 some odd years ago, or 30 years ago. They've just released that concert as a live album. So I've had to wait decades. Nice. But I finally got that.
We had to hear Space Commander in the background going,
it's the Space Commander. I say, listen, that's me.
That particular woo.
It's me, Space Commander. Saw Ozzy Osbourne in '95, and the support band was Fear Factory. And my younger brother, and I, we got to meet Fear Factory. We got to meet the band. And on that particular tour, Ozzy had Geezer Butler from Black Sabbath on bass. And shortly thereafter, Geezer and the guys from Fear Factory put out a record called GZR. And I like to tell everybody that it was meeting my brother and I inspired them to form that band that night. That's my claim of fame. Oh, and Queen. I've seen Queen a bunch of times. Sadly, not with Freddie, because they stopped touring. When I was with Freddie when he started to get ill. They stopped touring, and I was just a little kid at the time, so I never got to see him with Freddie. But I've seen him a couple of times with Paul Rodgers. On the vocals, I've seen him with Adam Lambert. So yeah, I've been quite lucky. I've seen some fantastic shows. Scandinavian metal bands come over. Amon Amarth, Ensiferum, Children of Bodom, the Hives.
Tell us which ones you haven't seen. And
Have you seen Nightwish?
I've not seen Nightwish yet. Or Mariah Carey. There's one I haven't seen. Mariah Carey.
You haven't been?
Hey, Space Commander, you've got a quick shout out that you want to do as well. Might as well do that while we're on.
Yeah. You're okay. Okay. Yep. No worries. Okay. So, as you guys have heard me mention many times, Jim Marshall, the Baron, who wrote this fantastic book.
Oh yeah.
He ran he still runs the Blood for the Baron website, which is like a great resource site for the original Palatoy version of Action Force, and he's now expanded it to include all the Hasbro stuff as well.
Oh, cool. Right.
And we were recently talking about this exhibition, the Palatoy Action Force exhibition, which is opening this Saturday, and me and Mrs. Space Commander are going to go. Well, Jim's been very busy. I've shown you guys these occasionally. These are the Battle Action Force comics that came out back in the 80s.
Oh, yes.
And what Jim has done, he and his collaborators, they've put together some comic books, Action Force Redux, which fill in sort of gaps in between the stories. So whereas in the original Battle Action Force, they didn't have time sometimes to develop the story. They were just told by Palatoy, these characters, Hasbro, General Mills want us to drop these characters and start using these other characters. So they immediately had to sort of filter out Baron Ironblood and then bring him back as Cobra Commander. What Jim has done is he and his friends have sort of put together little story segments which go in between those stories to kind of see what the Baron's process was in making those decisions. And there's also loads of cool stuff in there with some of the characters that didn't get much exposure originally. There's posters in there. There's all sorts. So the first two comics he originally did through a website called Get My Comics. But what he's now doing, I've got issue 1 and 2. Issue 3 is currently at the printers. So I'm waiting for that to arrive. But as of issue 4, they're going to be available on Kickstarter. And when issue 4 comes out, you'll be able to buy the back issues. So if you've missed out on 1, 2, and 3, you'll be able to get them with issue 4. So he has a Kickstarter currently running, Action Force Redux, and go and if you want to, help out. Like I say, like I always say on Sergeant Slaughter's Slaughterhouse YouTube channel, If you have any spare change in your pocket, give it to Zazel to help get him to his destiny, meeting Sergeant Slaughter on Zazel's GoFundMe. If you have any money left over after that, then please put it into Jim the Baron Marshall's Kickstarter campaigns. That'd be fantastic. Thank you very much.
Oh, brilliant. Chad, you've got a bail.
I do. I have a date.
All right. Well, enjoy the date. Thank you to your wife for showing us her big sticks. I do appreciate.
She bought those for you. She found those in the desert, and then
they're good stuff.
Them.
In all sincerity, I do enjoy a good stick, so I was happy to see those. I appreciate it.
I'll bring you some great New Mexico sticks to Georgia.
Oh, can't wait to see them. Yeah, I can't wait to hold your stick in my hand, Chad.
Oh,
getting weird.
Yes.
Is it though? Is it?
Just wait till June. It's going to get better. Yeah. All right. I love you, Zazel. Happy birthday. Everybody else, have a great night.
Thanks, Chad.
Bye.
You're all
Chad.
awesome. See you later.
Right back at you.
I just feel bad for doing a salute because he's actually in the military, and I know that probably looks really dumb to him when I do it. So, so that time I was like, "Oh, don't do it. Do this one." It's like, but no, he's a good guy. I love that guy. He's a good man. Love him. All right. Well, we've shifted around a little. So I believe Adam, you were next to say. Oh, by the way, Space Commander, great plug for that comic series. I love that they're actually going in between the stories and filling out a few of those gaps there. So yeah, I'll definitely go check
the money,
those out.
because he doesn't own the characters. The money is going to charity as well, so it's all for a good cause.
Oh, brilliant! Brilliant. Adam, I believe we're up to you as far as the best concerts.
So when I first got married, my wife has a very, very large family, and so I was trying to like get to know those guys and kind of hang out with them. So one of her cousins was like, "Hey, do you want to come to a Silverchair concert with me?" And I was like, "Yes,
nice.
I want to go see Silverchair." And so it was like 2002, so it was like kind of like pre the internet being super useful. And so he was like, "I'll get the tickets, I'll buy them, and then you can pay me back, and we'll go." And it was like in London, so it was like a good 3-hour drive from where we were.
London, Ontario. Just so
London,
everybody
Ontario.
knows.
And
right, I was going to say that is a bigger drive if it's London, England. Yeah.
Hop in our duck boat, and so, but it was like a 2-day music festival with like headliners, and then we get there, and they're like, "Oh, Silverchair is tomorrow. Tonight's concert is Collective Soul. You've bought Collective Soul tickets."
Love Collective Soul.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, but it was like expectations, right? Like Collective Soul is like a very like neutrally good band. Like no one ever says that they're a favorite band. No one ever says that you hate them. They're just like a neutrally good band. They put on hands down like the best show I've ever seen in my life. Like I've been to a lot of concerts. Those guys know how to put on a show. It was incredible. It was incredible. And the funniest and also like maybe best like musicianship thing of the night was a girl got up on her boyfriend's shoulders and then started disrobing at the concert, as I guess some girls do. And the band, like on the one beat, just full stopped. and he was like, "If you put your shirt back on, we'll keep singing." And then she like sheepishly did, and they were like, "Bam!" Like right on the 2, they came right back in like on the note, and I was like, "That was musically very impressive." What just happened right now?
You see, my younger brother, he's like the opposite. He's a highly
he doesn't know
drummer.
how to play, and then as soon as they disrobe, he's like, "I'm an expert drummer right now."
He would
play the bongos.
What he would do is he would like during a song, he would just stop playing the drums, and the band would stop, and everyone's kind of looking around, going, "What happened?" You know. And my brother, he's such a show off. He's totally different to me. He'll climb up and stand on his drum kit, and he'll shout at the audience, "We're not playing anything more until we see some boobies."
And did he say boobies though?
Boobies, yeah.
That's not very rock and roll.
He's like an 8-year-old playing in a rock band.
I won't tell you what he actually
I'm not playing until I see some boobies.
Oh my God.
Did it work?
Every single time without fail. I used to roadie for him a lot in those days. You'll never guess why.
No,
Space Commander, did your grandpa ever get mad that your grandma kept flashing him though?
Well, I imagine you roaded him because he was 8 and needed to be driven home. Like
That's it. Zazel was starting a band.
That's it. Done. We're touring for Joe Fest. Show us your O-ring. It's a very particular joke, Kelly. You might not get it. And it is Moving on. Kelly's not impressed. Ryan, what's your favorite concert experience?
John Mellencamp.
It was Space Commander's brother and
Mellencamp.
Oh, nice.
Mellencamp.
You know why that guy's the best?
Amazing live. Amazing live.
Thought about. That's the first time I thought about Mellencamp in a long time. I would go back and listen to his stuff.
I had a 1992 Chevrolet Blazer in 2003, and a John Mellencamp tape was stuck in the tape deck. So if you listen to music, it was John Cougar Mellencamp's greatest hits. But you gotta respect the guy who's like,
he's got a lot of
John
hits.
Mellencamp, and the record company's like, no one's gonna listen to John Mellencamp. We're gonna call you John Cougar. He's like, okay, but one day we'll get there, and he did.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? He sure did. But yeah, what was the concert like, Ryan? Tell us all about it.
So my wife and I used to work for a music distribution company, so we got free tickets. We were actually like right up against the stage. So when he came out and played, you know, the man smokes like a chimney, which I didn't know at the time, but he does. So they've just got carpets out on the stage, and he like takes his shoes off and stuff, and they just start playing. I think he played for about hour and 45 minutes. We saw the Wallflowers were the opening band for them as well too, which were pretty awesome as well. So I've seen, my wife likes country, so we've seen like Alan Jackson and Travis Tritt, and Clint Black was a great concert. But for country, the best musician I've ever seen was Vince Gill. The man's voice is just angelic, just beautiful.
Vince Gill is a beaut, hands down. It's just a beaut.
And beauty. He's a beauty. Ken, we are up to you, I think, if memory serves. And then you've got some show and tell by the looks of it.
Do I? Not really. No.
Well, then put your toys away. No, just kidding. Go for it.
Just to hide the Snoopies on the bed, on the back of the bed there. So, you know, the headboard.
He knew I was going to make one of his Snoopies.
Yeah, right. You don't usually hide them. They're very, very front center most time.
Man, best concert ever. I mean, I did see Nickelback on their Silver Side Up tour back in 2001. Default and Flybanger opened for them, and I see by the long faces on the camera that probably wouldn't be most people's favorite concert. And spoiler alert, it's not my favorite either. So
I don't have a problem with Nickelback. People hate Nickelback because they think they have to hate Nickelback, but they had some good songs. I like that one they did for with the lead singer guy. What's his name?
Oh,
What's
Saliva guy.
I don't know. No.
Chad Kruger.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
That song that he did with the other guy for the Spider-Man.
Yeah, the guy from Saliva with Josie Scott from Saliva.
Oh, okay. What do I know?
The hero song or whatever was.
Yeah. That's a great song though.
It's funny because I actually thought that because Spider-Man came out around the same time as Scorpion King, so for some reason I thought that was the Scorpion King's theme song.
No, that was done by Godsmack, man.
Yeah, for some reason I thought that was the theme song for Scorpion King. But if I had to pick a favorite concert I've been to, I did get to see Metallica on their Death Magnetic tour in 2008. And it was always on my bucket list to see them live ever since I got the live Binge and Purge box set that they released in the 90s there, because I've always thought that Metallica is actually better live than they are in studio. So getting to witness that in person over here at the arena, just freaking awesome. To the point that I've actually forgot who opened for them because I'm kind of like, who cares? Yeah, I'll never forget it. It's just I knew that the SkyTrains, the transit system would be crazy, and so I looked up the song set from the night before. I'm like, okay, what did they end with after the encore was done? Not the standard set. So like on the last note of Seek and Destroy, I tell everybody, let's bolt for the SkyTrain right now because it's gonna be jam packed if we don't leave right now. So my answer: Metallica Death Magnetic Tour, 2008 Christmas. Best concert for me.
They were playing really well then too.
Yes.
So Lilith, I'll let you know on a little secret. I am still a pretty big fan of New Kids on the Block. I loved them then. I love them now. What I didn't love was getting a Joey doll for Christmas one year, knowing full well that my brother wanted it. I didn't want it. I didn't want it at all. I was Yeah, I was into Transformers and G.I. Joe and all of that stuff. But my brother, being older than me, had a little bit of sway. And he's like, no, you get the New Kids on the Block doll for Christmas now. And then, right, when it's now, your birthday or whatever excuse that he'd come up with, we'll both get something different. So, it's like, yeah. Oh, well, mate, if you're unsubscribing due to New Kids on the Block, then you don't know real boy band talent like we do.
Right.
We know what's up. New Kids on the Block were a great band. Now, I'll say this. That doll did not last very long. It went down the stairs and stayed down the stairs, and I never saw it again. I bet Todd probably took it. But I thought if I was going to get one at least, if I had to get one, it would have been Donnie Wahlberg. I was like, I didn't want one at all. But if I have to have one, I'd rather have a Donnie Wahlberg. The only ones left were the one that Todd wanted, which I can't remember who it was, and Joey. And I was like, well, I don't want Joey. I see this woman, this mother buying Christmas presents, walks by with a trolley, and there's Donnie Wahlberg in the trolley. And I was like, how would you like to swap me, this Joey, for that Donnie Wahlberg? She's like, no, that's crazy. I was like, see, she doesn't even want it. I don't want it, but I ended up getting it anyway. Worst Christmas ever. Worst Christmas ever.
Was Donnie the bad boy?
Donnie was a bad boy.
Yes. He was the bad boy. But it's interesting you talk about the New Kids on the Block dolls. I distinctly remember those that Christmas. But we had a store here, Ken will remember, in Canada. It was called Zellers. And Zellers was like the Canadian department store. And then Walmart came to Canada, and like within 5 years, like Zellers was gone. It was outskis. But near the end, Zellers was selling everything, like their shelves, their monitors, their cash registers. Like they sold everything, and they brought a bunch of stuff out of like warehouse storage to just sell, just like to liquidate it. And so I went in, and there was a skid of NSYNC marionettes. So they were Barbie size.
Oh, right, because of that film clip. Yeah.
But they were marionettes.
I know my boy, man. I know what's up.
Yeah, and so they were selling. They were selling them for $2. So I bought so many of them. So for the next 2 years, every one of my friends with a birthday got an NSYNC marionette, and they're like, "Why?" I'm like, "Because it's funny. Because it's funny."
Yeah.
I wanted one guy to like lean into it and get really good at marionetting.
Just because of those dolls.
Yeah.
I like that the Lilith has said this in the Yoda speak. It's like, unsubscribe now, I will. That's unfortunate.
Have you had people publicly unsubscribe from you when they don't like a video you put up yet, Zazel? Or anybody else for that matter?
I'm surprised anyone subscribed to me at all. They had Donnie, but he was no Marky Mark. Marky Mark was actually in the New Kids on the Block for a little while, right? Like for a hot minute, and then he went off and did his own thing.
I don't think
so.
I think you're making fiction of
yeah.
Maybe in your head canon.
If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong.
If you're wrong,
then I'll admit that I'm wrong. But go check it out. Someone tell me that Mark Wahlberg was not in New Kids on the Block. Someone tell me right now. Someone Google it. Who's got Google?
I think he
no
was
point
too
me
young.
Googling it, because if I'm wrong, I'll lie. But someone Google it. Tell me if he was in there or not.
Do we need to Google it, or can we just?
If I Google this now, New Kids on the Block are going to come up in my news stuff on Google.
Yeah,
this is a different GoFigure. This is the original and the best though, except no imitations. Although that other guy was pretty cool too. This guy's cool.
That's right. There are 2 GoFigures on YouTube. That's right.
Is there 2 Adam from GoFigures on YouTube?
If his name's Adam as well, that's mind blowing. But
I know there's another GoFigure. I don't think his name. I don't know his name's Adam.
No, he's not Adam.
According to Screen Rant,
Brian.
Mark Wahlberg was briefly part of New Kids on the Block.
I was convinced that Gazz was going to say, according to Screen Rant, Adam from GoFigure was the first GoFigure.
Can someone name me a second Marky Mark in the Funky Bunch song? A second one, please.
I can't even know the first one.
Not Good Vibrations, a different one.
Good Vibration. Yeah, that's just the one. That's the only one I know. Good Vibration.
No, that was
the only one.
Was there another one?
When
Backstreet song was like Underwear.
Backstreet Boys said that they're back, I didn't even know they were gone. Like that's the first song I ever remember from Backstreet Boys. Like, were they a thing before this? There you go. You learn something new every day. Like I'm not right 100% of the time, but what's the quote from 99% of the time? I'm right 100% of the time.
Well, Zazel, I would have bet you money that he was not in there.
100%.
You
Dude,
should have
I would've-
bought money.
I would
Yeah, I
have also
should've-
given you Kelly's money that he was not in the Funky Bunch.
The GoFundMe link is right here if you want to.
He's gonna double down on the Funky Bunch.
Yeah.
Zazel,
Zazel reach his
you're the
dream
best
of
buddy,
going
but I'm
and
fading
reaching
here
for the
with this
block one
illness.
more time.
All right, Adam.
I'm down with the sickness over here, but you have a great birthday. Everybody else here in the chat, you guys are all champions, and we will
Bye,
talk to you
Adam.
all.
We'll talk to you soon, Adam.
Hope
Yeah.
you feel better, Adam.
Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, we'll see.
Some kids. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
wind it up soon anyway, so that I can get on with the rest of my birthday.
I got to go in about 15 minutes myself, but let's
According
keep
to-
going for a bit.
According to Google, because I have it up, there's 4 songs listed for Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Let's hear them.
Good Vibrations, the first one. Wild
Correct.
Side is the
Wild
second one.
Side. That's
I
Okay.
Need Money is the third one. And
What?
I Need Money.
Oh, okay.
After the
And-
first two, yeah.
Yeah, and then Gonna Have a Good Time. And that one came out in 92.
So can you say them all again in one hit?
Good Vibrations, Wild Side, I Need Money, Gonna Have a Good Time.
Okay. So that sounds like anyone's night out, doesn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Take a walk on the wild side. That's a good song.
Take a walk on the wild side.
There we are. That's the quote. 60% of the time, it works all the time. Sex Panther. That's the quote. Marky Mark had, or still probably has, much better than mine, I'll say. Incredible. Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
I concur.
You
Yeah.
should have.
He was a model for Calvin Klein, right?
Calvin Klein. Yeah.
Yeah. I know my underwear too. I know 2 things. It's who was in New Kids on the Block and who's wearing the underwear. The only 2 things I know for sure. That's it. That's all I know. I didn't realize this was going to turn into a New Kids on the Block conversation, but I'm glad that it did because they're a great band. So sometimes they tour on a on like a boat, right? They do a boat tour, like
They
a
have
cruise.
Cruise. Yeah. It's on the block cruise.
I know that they also did a tour with Backstreet Boys.
I went to that one. I went to that concert
Nice.
in Backstreet Boys. It was funny because I was like, I'm only going for New Kids because Backstreet Boys I was way too old for Backstreet Boys.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, but then I knew every single song. I don't know how that happened. But
Well, they're
knew it.
catchy. I'll give them that. They had some good film clips too, the Backstreet Boys. The ones when they're in space. Oh, that was so good. And then they're monsters. When they're all dressed up as monsters, they're all looking pretty good, except for Nick, who's dressed up as the worst looking mummy you've ever seen. It's not at all scary. It doesn't look cool. It's like you could have been anything, and he must have lost a bet to be wearing that mummy outfit.
My question is, where was I during all this? I don't remember.
Happy birthday to whoever it is. I believe it was Ron. Was it Ron's birthday? I forgot the name of the guy whose birthday was up here. Was it Ron?
Yeah.
And
What are is
it's
KB
my birthday too.
apparently?
Yeah, it's also my birthday. Thanks, K
Yes.
Dog Broadcasting. Thanks for coming in. If you're new here, do hit the subscribe.
No,
button.
you know what? K Dog Broadcasting. Did you change your screen name, or were you KB before? I just gotta. I don't know. Just for some reason, I think it's the same person, but maybe you're new. So anyway, it might be KB, but I could be completely wrong.
Stop scaring off the newbies, Ken.
That's
Sorry
right.
about that.
No,
Speaking of
2
losing
things.
subscribers,
You need more money and pubes. Oh my god.
What?
What did
what
he
did you
say?
say?
Oh, let's scroll up and see what he said. Hold on.
Oh god. Oh, that's almost as
With
bad as
that,
this.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, we're gonna wind it up now. We're gonna get the short curlies and get out of here.
Creepy
but,
stuff that Tom says.
Thanks for that, everyone. Thank you for hanging out for my birthday. I appreciate it. Left it on a high. Yeah. Ooh, moving on.
Thanks,
so
Hans.
Thanks, Hans. And Ken, apparently you were right, so that's a first.
Yeah, I'm never right.
There we are. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Anyway. Which long-running TV series was the first broadcast on my birthday back in 1963? I'm not
Doctor
sure.
Who. Doctor Who, probably, right?
Was it Doctor Who?
What was that?
I also believe Kennedy was assassinated on my birthday, but that's
you're correct. Thing. It's Doctor Who.
Okay.
Doctor Who. All right. Well, on that, we'll get the hell out of here. What song should I play on the out? Who wants to hear the Space Commander? Or we could also hit the Slaughter Disorder song by Adam.
Backstreet's Back.
Can we
I don't
do
have
both?
that one.
I want Space Commander.
We'll go with Space Commander.
Please.
All right, we'll do the Space Commander song. We'll play it again at his funeral. But for now, my birthday, we're going to close it out with the #1 hit sung by Sergeant Slaughter himself. He just doesn't know it. The Space Commander song, dedicated to my good friend. And thank you, everybody here. Gazz, Space Commander Kelly, Ryan, Ken, Sick Boy Adam, who couldn't be here any longer, Articulated Chad, who's the most articulated person I know, and everybody in the chat. Thank you very much for making this a great birthday. And with that, thumb kiss.
Happy birthday, Basil.
Happy birthday, bud.
Later.
I'll tune in for a Guns N' Roses update. I might still be there at midnight and they haven't shown up yet. All right, here we go. Playing Space Commander. Oh, well, thank you.
Space Commander. Space Commander. Space Commander. Space Commander. Space Commander. Space Commander. Space Commander, Space Commander, Space Commander.